Hey everyone, it's Jacob here. Just came back from the gym not that long ago, out for another walk with the dogs. Thought I would do another daily vlog while I'm out and about. And it's been a pretty exciting week because a lot of CEOs and business leaders have been sharing information about the book on their personal social profiles. So I had the CEO of Audi share something about the future leader on his profile, and the book quickly skyrocketed it to the #1 leadership book on Amazon in Germany. The CEO of WD-40 shared something about the book. Paul Pullman, the former CEO of Unilever, today the CEO of WW, formerly Weight Watchers, shared something about the book online as well. So it's been getting a lot of really positive attention and love and support, which I'm extremely, extremely grateful for. But I've also been getting a lot of questions from people about how I've been able to get these leaders to support the book. And so if you actually get a copy of the book and look at the back cover, you'll see that there are a lot of amazing CEOs who endorsed it. The CEO of Domino's, the former vice chair of GE, endorsed it. Marshall Goldsmith is on there, the CEOs of Best Buy and MasterCard. And I have probably at least another dozen, if not more, CEOs who are on the back cover, or actually who endorsed it, who I didn't put on the back cover, but are on the inside flap as well. So there's a lot of these business leaders out there who endorsed and supported the book. And again, the question is, how did I get these people to endorse the book? How did I get these people involved in the book to begin with? So there are a couple things I wanted to share on that. So the first thing is, it took 12 years. Okay, so it took 12 years, and what I mean when I say that is it took 12 years to build a personal brand, to get credibility in the space, to be able to actually reach out to these business leaders and ask them if they would consider being in the book or providing an endorsement. So it's not as if I just randomly email these people and I'm, today's my first day working for myself. Today's my first day writing my own book, and I'm just emailing all these people and saying, hey, do you want to be a part of the book? I mean, it took 12 years to build the credibility, to build a little bit of authority, to build a little bit of expertise in this space, to make myself look legit so that I can even reach out to these people to begin with. So that's the first thing. It's not, it's not random. It takes time to build that part up first. Now, the second part is a little bit more of the practical and tactical piece of how do you actually begin to reach out to these business leaders to ask them if they want to be involved. So there are a couple of things that have helped me. So first, some of these organizations and CEOs and business leaders I've already worked with, whether I've spoken at their conferences before, whether I've done some advisory work with them before, again, doing various projects for them or their companies. And so I reached out to a lot of those organizations, and thankfully a lot of their CEOs and business leaders agreed to participate in the book. And what a lot of people also don't realize is that there are a lot of business leaders and CEOs I emailed cold, who I have never worked with before, who I've never done any projects with before. And I think probably I emailed, maybe 500, maybe 600. And from that, maybe 15-20% agreed to be involved with the book or endorsing the book, being in the book in some fashion. So most people actually did say no. And that's what a lot of people don't see on the front side of it, is that most people I reached out to actually said no. Beth Comstock, who endorsed the book, she was a podcast guest. Gary Ridge, the CEO of WD-40, he is somebody who also was a podcast guest. Paul Pullman, the former CEO of Unilever. Well, I had their chief learning officer on the podcast. Hubert Joly, the CEO of Best Buy. He was one of the CEOs who endorsed my last book. So there's a lot of stuff as far as getting these people involved in the book that people don't understand, that they don't see. Right? So it takes years to build the relationships, to build the network, have these people on podcasts, speaking at their conferences, that a lot of people don't see. They just see the names and think like, I just emailed them out of the blue and said, hey, I have a book, do you want to be a part of it? But it took 12 years to do it. And a lot of people don't understand that most people said no. Most people, again, 80-90% of the people I reached out to be a part of the book said no. So I just want to give a little bit of context on that, around what you see versus the work that was required to go into it and all the people that said no. So when you see all these names on there, they are impressive names, they are big names, but a lot of the people said no, and it took 12 years to get these people on there who did say yes. So just something to keep in mind. And again, I think this is true for probably most authors out there who do get these big names. Most of the time, you're not going to get a yes from reaching out to somebody via cold email. So if you're thinking about getting support from various business leaders, if you're thinking about whether it's a book, a project, whatever it might be, understand that it takes time to build that credibility. It takes time to build up a little bit of that authority and expertise first. And second, most of the people who you reach out to are going to say no, but the ones that do say yes, it really is valuable. So I guess that's all I wanted to share about this. If anybody has any questions around this, I'm happy to answer them. I'll probably do a longer post in text form in the future. Maybe I can share some of the templates that I've used when I reached out to these CEOs. There were actually several CEOs who initially said no, who I convinced them to then say yes. Maybe I'll share some of those templates in the future as well. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer them and to share a little bit more about the book writing process, getting endorsements, getting these types of quotes in there, whatever you want to know. Leave me a comment and let me know. And I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever in the world you are. It's Friday, so I am excited that the book is coming out in a couple days. It's already been doing quite well. Again, it was #1 on Amazon. It's been #1 on Amazon.com here for leadership, for business management, and I think a couple other categories. So super, super exciting for me. And if you haven't grabbed a copy yet, what are you waiting for? You can grab a copy at getfutureleaderbook.com or on Amazon or whatever your preferred retailer is. And I certainly appreciate all the support, the comments, the emails that everybody's been sending me. It really means a lot. And I hope you guys are enjoying these daily vlogs. As you can see, compared to the usual videos that I do where my hair is done, where I look a little bit more presentable, this is just kind of taking out the phone, walking the dogs, not shaved, not combed hair. Ideas probably don't always make sense, but I think it's fun and it's a great way to connect with all you guys and have a little bit more of a raw and unfiltered conversation. So let me know what you think. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you very soon.